Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 4 of my very slow journey through Drang Lake. My ponderous sojourn through this land. Last time we defeated a boss in the Lost Bastille, the Ruined Sentinels. It was a 3v1 fight, but through some divide and conquer tactics, we were able to surpass them. But now we're moving on because there's still quite a little bit. There's still a little bit left of this level. Got caught halfway between saying quite a bit and a little bit. It's been a little bit since I've come back to Dark Souls 2. Had just a bit of stuff going on, really. Not as much time to record. But that's fine. We're back again. This is a message that is leading me towards death. Try jumping off. We call that the Dark Souls Classic. It's funny because just occasionally, every now and then, you do come across messages like that, and they're actually right. But for the most part, you really shouldn't trust. You shouldn't trust a stranger telling you to jump off a cliff. It's ill-advised, I would say. Oh, we picked up some pants. I might equip those in a little bit. Oh. These dudes run and explode. They run at you and then they explode. So best to kill them before they start running and or exploding. This is probably my favorite thing in the entire game. It's a door that just has it's just got a skeleton in there. And this is a message that probably, oh. I guess we're gonna close him back up. What does this message say? Don't give up, skeleton. Yep. That's the other Dark Souls classic. Now, if you attack this, I was gonna say if you attack the skeleton, he falls apart. But I suppose if you just run into him, that also happens. My bad. I actually was going to leave him to his beauty sleep, but alas. Down this way is where we came from. I'm just coming around to show you that we're not actually skipping anything. So we came from here and we went out the left door. I'm just gonna go back this way because it's faster. Oh. See you, mate. Have I gone down there yet? No, I haven't. I will go down there in a little bit. That's another part of the area that I will also be exploring. But it is an optional part of the level. You don't actually need to go down there. I should check that I have in my inventory. Yes, I do. A fragrant branch of Yorks. I'm gonna very much want one of those for access to a bonfire coming up. This is a very special door that opens only when the dude standing in front of it blows up. I don't know what kind of magical mechanism was involved in the creation of that one, but pretty cool. Yeah, there are a bunch of these exploding zombie dudes hiding out in, oh, what the hell? In the pottery in some of these rooms. There's a ladder that goes to nothing. That's pretty cool. We'll be able to get that later. That, I think, is a bonfire ascetic, or ascetic. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But that's an item we might be using a little bit later. And I think I'm not going to carry forward the illusory wall counter from last episode, but there's another one, and here's another one. Quite a lot of illusory walls in this level. And of course, right around the corner is our good friend, the Pursuer, who is, of course, still in pursuit. I know the question has probably been asked and answered many times on, you know, some of the more lore-intensive channels out there, but is this the same Pursuer that we fought? Like, is it the same dude that keeps pursuing me, or are there multiple pursuers? I am not sure. I think I lean towards there being multiple pursuers because in New Game Plus, you can actually fight 2 pursuers at the same time. Might show you that if I can be bothered. From what I recall, there is no particularly good reward for it. It's I think you just get more Twinkling Titanite and stuff. But hey, we'll think about that when we get there. For now, let's just shimmy along this wall. Because there is actually an item over here. Grab us a golden wing shield and some nice souls. That's all there is for this. Oh, wait. For this little offshoot. But I think I probably can't actually get back to where I was before without looping all the way around, which is, now that I think about it, maybe a mistake. I maybe could have come and grabbed this item later. Yeah, I can't jump back up here. Whoops. That's fine. This gives me an opportunity to die, of course. Just as I intended. Not to worry. So how are you guys doing? You having a good time? Are you having a quiet night? I realize I've been saying that at the end of every episode I do. As like a, I don't know, some kind of silly catchphrase thing. I think it's very lame, but I am going to keep doing it. Gotta lean hard into that branding, you know? For my 14 subscriber channel. Come back. Ah, got him. So we're just gonna quickly go and sort this out. Please don't run at me or explode. Ooh. I don't think at all, I don't think any of these have actually gotten me yet. So you guys are probably thinking, they don't look that dangerous, but hey, they can be pretty freaky in large numbers. And when you're wielding a big, slow weapon like this. Alright, so there's our money back. I think I am going to go do that optional area now. Because that is another route that can get us back to where we were. I shouldn't die from this. Oh, but I will die from the... We are not doing well today, guys. It's fine. It's fine, I'm not upset. It has been a little bit since we played Dark Souls 2. But that's alright, this is actually a much simpler fix. I can just travel to the Macduff bonfire. Really working up that death counter. I think in episode 3, I don't think I died at all. And I feel like I probably didn't die in episode 2 either, but could be wrong. That's right, I'll be able to check. This game is kind enough to actually have an in-game death counter back at Majula, so, you know. Silver linings, guys. That's all I'm saying. Oop. Oh, wow. Yeah, the big, slow, piercing attack, not good for little, fast enemies, I think. Especially if you miss, you're just, you're kind of just left in your animation for the next 20 years, but that's fine. We just need to get better. I think I was doing better with this one-handed from memory. Because the attacks are a little faster. Is anything... Oh. Excuse me. Thank you. Ow. So yeah, this is the little optional route that we saw before. Make sure to kill the guy hiding around the corner, as always. I think that's kind of just a message to take forward into any Souls game, or any game like this, really. Just remember to kill the guy around the corner. in any situation, any corner you are thinking of, just always be thinking about killing the guy around it. And you'll have a much better time with these games. For example, around the corner. Oh, it's actually not around the corner. Fuck. Oh, shit. No, I was thinking about the guy around the corner and then I got punished for it. The game caught me in my logic. Yes, that's what I was trying to exemplify the whole time. Shit. Oh, it's actually very funny. That's one of the things that I love about Dark Souls 2. I mean, I love this particular feature of the Souls series in general. And, you know, of a lot of games that are like this. The Souls series was the first one I played that was like this, but there are many things like it. But, games that just make you laugh at yourself. It's always a good time. I don't know. There's something extremely comical about the ways in which you can just get completely messed up. Ah, there we go. Oh, see, if I miss, we're looking pretty bad. Let's use an effigy. I've got plenty. And let's also now just stop playing interestingly. Right, so there's no one around the corner. They're actually right in front of me this time. And around the corner is death. Just like in Majula, there's a... Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Yeah, there's a little rock you can hit down into the well to pull up a cage full of bad guys, but also a complete armor set. Let's equip that. I think I've been neglecting my showing off my item pickups in this session, but this is the Wanderer set. It's alright. I think the weird green stripy sleeves are weird. The weird sleeves are weird. Yes, the weird sleeves are weird. I think they look strange. And this was the shield we picked up earlier, the golden wing shield. Very nice, but I'm not going to use it. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. But yeah, that's the other trick to having a really good time with these games, which is, oh shit, learning to laugh at yourself instead of getting angry when you get killed is always the way to go, because more often than not it's very funny. Now, I'm hoping I didn't accidentally stuff myself up. Because, yeah, I blew up these fire barrels here, and I kind of wanted them to still be around. But I'm hoping that one barrel is going to do the job. Oh, just got to actually hit it. Hey, it did. Blow up a hole in the wall. Got ourselves... Oh, actually, I'm equipping this. Because these robes are dope. Look at my cape. Look at my hood. Yeah. Yeah, this is, what do the kids call it now? Drip? Yeah, this is drip. What do we need to go with this? Nah, it looks dumb. Also looks dumb. Nah, screw it. We just don't need a helmet. It's going to be too heavy. Most of this episode so far has been fashion. But you know what? It's the way it should be. Yep. Looks good. Now, there's a Pharos contraption here, which will open up a secret door. But it's a pretty non-essential one for now. It's something that I might come back and get later. Depends how many Pharos Lockstones I have on hand. Pick us up a parrying dagger. That was almost a little tongue twister there. Pick us up a parrying dagger. Pick us up a parrying dagger. Pick us up a parrying dagger. No, it's actually quite easy. I take it back. There's quite a lot of treasure in this room. What is this? This is the bone staff? Yeah, the bone staff. Something else I won't be using. It's a catalyst for spells. So yeah, this room here has another treasure chest and a what do you call that? Is that an Iron Maiden? I think that's an Iron Maiden, but it's actually an elevator. If we step on that, it's going to take us all the way up, which is where we want to go. But how many Pharos Lockstones do I have? 2. That's enough. I'm happy to spend 1. Oh, I also didn't grab that. Let's do that first. This has been a very scatterbrained episode so far. As if my other ones haven't been, but especially so. Oh, yeah. Does this light up the room as well? I cannot remember. Yeah, it does. Fun. Kind of pointless. Boom. So this is another thing we might use later. We've already picked up one back in Majula, but the Soul Vessel is an item that will let us reallocate our stats later. Now, I can go up there, but that's actually just going to take me back out to the Macduff bonfire, so I'm not going to bother. And there's no items there either, so I'm going to step inside this completely safe cage. And that's an item we'll pick up in a bit. Actually, you know, I may as well just grab it now. I am right here. After I pick up some spice. There are 2 types of spice in this game. The Skeptic Spice and the Simpleton Spice, I think the other one is called. But they are a pretty cool, pretty unique item to this game. They let you lower the skill requirements, or the level requirements, of spells and miracles, respectively. I said respectively, but I did that wrong. I actually meant the other way around. The Simpleton Spice does it for spells, and the Skeptic Spice does it for miracles. They do actually make their, like the spell you use it on will be weaker, but you will be able to use it, which is pretty interesting. So I tend to find they're best used on, like, skills you might... Oh, sorry, spells and stuff you might use to buff yourself, as opposed to ones used to deal damage, because the damage-dealing ones will end up being quite a bit weaker if you use the spice on them. I'm sure there's like a fully fleshed out chart on spicing options for this game. I'm not fully around them. So yeah, once again, kill all the dudes hiding out inside the pottery. But down here, we were here a little bit ago, so we saw through that cage. That's where the bonfire ascetic was. But we are now back on the right track. Open this up. Oh, something just blew up somewhere. So that's the way we're going to be going to get to the next boss fight, but for now, there is a bonfire up here. I was talking about these exploding zombies before. They're actually more or less inert in this room. Like, you really have to get up in their grill if you want them to aggro. Otherwise, they kind of just stand still and wait to die up here. I do have the key for this room, because there is something nice around here. A petrified dragon bone. That is a special smithing item that'll let us upgrade our boss weapons. I'll be using my fragrant branch on this dude here. Who, speaking of boss weapons, will be able to sell us some.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid.
Kind of oversharing, but thank you.
I must thank you.
Oh, no, thank you.
I am strayed. I've been a guest.
Okay, so yeah, like every Dark Souls NPC, you gotta talk to him a bunch of times before he actually does anything for you. Learn his mocking gesture, if that's what you feel like doing. He does sell some stuff. This is the merchant that sells the Forlorn armor set. So every time we defeat that NPC that invades us from time to time, completely randomly, another piece of his armor set will appear in Strade's shop here. So I'll be buying all of that. Sells a couple of nice rings. Bunch of stuff that's good for spellcasters, including a whole bunch of spells. Pyromancies, I might grab these later if I do decide to spec into Pyromancy. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. But trading gets us boss weapons. This is the real meat and potatoes. This is what we're all here for. So we can trade in our boss souls and a modest amount of cash for some pretty unique stuff. I'm not sure if I super want to use any of these. I mean, I've only just started using the Grand Lance, which, you know, I want to give that its fair shake first before I get into any of this. But I think if I was gonna play with any of these, yeah, the Dragon Rider Soul, I'm going to pick up this Great Shield for no other reason than it just looks sick, and I really like it. I doubt I'll use it, but I do think it looks cool. Arced Sword, it's a curved Great Sword. I think I mostly have... I've got a decent amount of strength and dex for the Great Lance. I think I'll pick up the Pursuer's Sword, why not? And... Last Giant Stone Axe, why not? A lot of these I'm not going to use, I'm just picking them up to have them. And I do this every time I play one of these games. I get all of the boss weapons eventually. I'll grab the Arced Sword as well. Very cool. And do we have any boss spells? Yes, there's one. I'll pick that up too. Why not? Oh, yeah, and he just gives you his armor set, which is pretty cool. If you are a mage, that'll be quite good for you. Let's have a quick look at it now. So this is the Dark Souls 2 equivalent of the Batman mask, which I have used as fashion for many a character. But yeah, this is his set. Oh, how am I doing this? But yes, it improves your casting speed, so pretty good for any spell casting or miracle casting or hex casting character. Not good for me. So we're going to rest at the bonfire here. And there is actually another bonfire not too far away from this location that we'll be grabbing in a moment. After crossing that big bridge below us. And then we'll be fighting pretty shortly afterwards one of this game's major bosses. For those that only really played Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 3, as I know many people have skipped this particular entry in the series. Yeah, coming up is sort of the equivalent of one of the like the Lord bosses, or one of the what do you call them in Dark Souls 3? Lords of Cinder. And you notice there's a bunch of gunpowder barrels along here because of the dude shooting fire bolts at us, which is pretty annoying if he manages to ever hit you. He doesn't often, but occasionally he might. We've got ourselves another non-boss fight fog wall. Sometimes the crossbowman up top will try and fight us down here. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's him. He's jumped down and tried to get us on the way back. But yeah, we'll grab this bonfire. You probably just heard that noise. I think they're gone now, but I'll point this out in editing if I actually manage to catch it on screen, but that was another boss for a secret sub-area screaming. Sort of just letting us know it's there, I guess. What am I doing? I kind of wanted to rest at the bonfire. Actually, I kind of want to go back to Majula to level up quickly. I've got almost 20k souls on me. That is not an insubstantial amount for this point of the game. And considering how I've been playing so far, I think it's better to be safe than sorry, don't you? Use up all my little soul items. I wonder how that works in like a, you know, in an actual mechanical kind of sense in-game. Like, are you actually absorbing these souls into you? Do I just have 28,000 dudes living inside me? Who knows? So I think with these levels, what I really wanted to do, I want a little bit of vitality, so I can put some more armor on. Not because I need it, it's just because it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, I think we can just do that and call it a day. I think I'll settle on 20 vitality for quite a while. But now, I should be able to put a hat on without feeling bad about it. Not that one. Not that one. I don't really have any nice looking hats. I think that's my nicest hat. That is truly tragic. Actually, let's go and see if I can buy myself a nicer hat. How about that? Let's go to the shops. You know what? I'll take it. At least this one's funny. Because it's got a monocle. This particular hat also increases your item discovery as well, which is pretty cool. But let's get back to where we were. The Sinner's Rise. Which ironically is a level that we will be descending quite deep into. Down an elevator. Should have called it like Sinner's Depths or something. So once again, kill the guy around the corner. See, this time I was actually right. Kill the guy around the corner before the guy around the corner kills you. Words to live or die by if you didn't check around the corner. There is an item down there, so be ready to jump off the elevator a little bit before you hit the ground. Pick up some lovely lacerating knives that you'll probably never use. This is Lucatiel. I've decided I'm just not really going to be summoning people, so Lucatiel can kind of just chill there for a bit. Now this is a very annoying section. This is a very annoying section because the water here is deep. I'm moving very slowly, and even if I sprint, I move pretty slowly. And you'll see that there is a flexile sentry a boss that we fought in another area, except this time we can't really move. So that mechanic in the boss fight, where the water rises, it's kind of already been done for us here. I know a lot of the times that I've done this, I've kind of just camped in with poison arrows because I really can't be arsed fighting him properly. But, you know, that's not all that interesting for YouTube, is it? Oh, so I'll at least give him a... Oh, shite. Oh. I was doing okay there for a second, but I was getting worried about backing up too far because of this guy here. The running, exploding zombie. So, I'll run back here quickly. You might see this sped up. You might not see it at all. Unless I die. If I die, you'll see the footage. For this game, I've resolved to, you know, definitely keep in every death. I think it's well within the spirit of this game to be doing that. The other game I'm playing, Nine Souls, for a lot of the stuff that I edit out, like if I'm running, you know, if I'm just trying to get somewhere quickly, like I know in the last recording I did, I had to sort of like run across the entire world to get back to a boss fight. If I die like along that, I'm probably just gonna cut it out. In this game, everything stays. So yeah, this time I'm gonna send it back up. Come on. Alright, so we're gonna keep him in this area because I don't want to stray too far forward. I really feel like I dodged that. I also feel like I dodged that. These games don't really care about... Oh, they don't really care about that. At least this weapon does pretty nice damage. I mean, you'd certainly hope so for something that is moving as slowly as it does. See, I've kind of gotten... Well, I've mostly gotten him stuck here, but I've also just gotten stuck in the hallway doing this. But that is probably the most effective way to deal with that particular enemy. Blossom Kite Shield looks very nice, but is not very good, from what I remember. Here is Illusory Wall number 5 million. It's the only illusory wall that is that wide in the game. There's a fun fact for you. That's the real Dark Souls 2 lore. The ring we just picked up can increase our spell slots, I think, which may come in handy later. Let's defeat this guy before he runs and explodes. It's hard enough to deal with them on dry land, let alone in waist-deep water. I forget which of these rooms have items in them. So I'm probably just going to check them all real quick. Hello. Don't give up, skeleton. Very true. Very true. I know there is something quite nice up here. Oh. And this looks like one of our silhouetted friends. One of those hidden enemies in Dark Souls 2 that drops smooth and silky stones if you walk up to him with a torch. Pretty cool. I wish they included cool little hidden things like that in some of the other games. This guy will not aggro unless you attack him first, which of course I'm going to do. Ouch. I didn't think I was going to drop off the edge. Come on. Do the thing. No, not that one. Okay, he's just not doing it. Let's just backstab him. I was waiting for a particular attack that's very easy to punish, but he's not that hard to punish anyway. The Hide Spear is another weapon that is not too dissimilar to what we're using. I think it's actually... They call it a spear, but I think it is classed as a lance in the game. Not 100% though. Oh, there's a few of these guys chasing after us. Oh, never really what I want to see. Come on. Come here. A bit of luck, that's all of them. Yeah, those things are just stressful to deal with in groups. There's a nice little refund for our Faris Lockstone that we spent earlier. I don't think there's anything in these rooms here. So let's just move on to the boss. This boss is also a fairly unique one in one particular mechanic, because you can go into the boss fight right now, but it'll be very dark, and you won't be able to lock on to the boss fight, to the boss fight. You won't be able to lock on to the boss properly. You have a very short lock-on distance. But if you have the right key, which we picked up last episode, you can unlock these doors and light the braziers and actually light the boss arena up. Which is pretty cool. Always like to see a bit of world interactivity intermixing with the boss fights. It's cool to be able to affect the environment in that way. It doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it is pretty cool. There is an example of that later in the game, which I will concede is pretty egregious, but we'll get to that when we get to that. That looks painful. Suppose that's the point. Yeah, you can see in the cutscene she puts out the lights, but they'll be on. It's fine. And for this, I think I will two-hand for the damage. Oh, greedy. Yeah, maybe I could have buffed before coming into the fight, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. Oh. Let's try a strong attack. That did a lot of damage, but was probably ill-advised. I don't know why I'm playing so recklessly. Maybe it'll work out. Oh, miss. I've been discovering that the rolling attacks with this weapon are actually pretty shit. Or at least, I shouldn't be rolling up super close to enemies when I'm using it, because the attack tends to just go past them. Like, I go all the way around. Oh, I didn't think I was getting hit by that. That was an ill-advised heal, but it worked out for us. It's funny, every time I make like a completely harebrained decision, like healing in front of the boss's charge attack, I think to myself, there are people out there that have beaten this game without taking damage. How many times do they have to like stifle every completely harebrained decision that they're gonna make? I don't know. It takes a certain mental fortitude, I suppose. But there we go, that was the Lost Sinner. That's our first Lord Soul boss, I guess you'd call it. Pick us up another fragrant branch. Elizabeth mushrooms are like really strong life gems. I don't think I've ever used one in my entire life. But we have now lit our first of 4 primal bonfires. These aren't like normal bonfires. We can't teleport back here. This will just take us back to Majula. This is more of a story significant bonfire. But yeah, now we've got some serious cash, which I think I will spend predominantly on level ups.
You have a... that is more than...
What do I want to level up? I think we're all... do I want to just get to 20 vitality? And, I've got the souls. I've got the souls. Let's go to 20 health, 20 stamina. Put the rest in ADP. Get a few more of those iframes, you know? Nice and rounded. Looks good to me. And so where to now? That's pretty much it for the Lost Bastille. There is still that little additional hidden section that I could go and do. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that now. Let's wrap up the Lost Bastille in totality. So I think I need to go to the servants' quarters. Even though the Lost Sinner is sort of the major boss fight of this area, there is a boss in this little upcoming section which I've always found quite a bit more difficult than the Lost Sinner. Ah, there it is. So here we are at Belfry Luna, and there is a little dude here. Yeah, I'd normally just kill this guy where he sits, but for the purpose of this, I'll join his covenant just to do it. Yes, yes, I'll abandon my covenant and join your lovely covenant, sir. I will be an avid defender of the bell. Thanks, mate. Thanks for your ring. Yeah. That's just good. Very good. So yeah, this is a covenant area for the bell keepers of whatever the hell they are. I'll be honest with you, I've got no idea how this particular covenant works. Because it required online play. And when I was first playing this game, I did not have good enough internet for online play. And now that I do have good enough internet for online play, it's 2024, and I don't think there are people really doing Dark Souls 2 Bellkeeper Covenant stuff anymore. I feel like that's just not a thing. And I think if you don't join his covenant, there is an NPC invader up here. Which, actually, come to think of it, I kind of wish he was here. It's more interesting like that. But hey, whatever. I'll just fight all of his little blue dudes instead. The NPC invader is just a red version of these little guys. He's a bit tougher and does a bit more damage. He's nothing special. But let's ring the bell. I think the purpose of the Covenant is to stop people ringing the bell. So I think I've just immediately failed at my duties. It's fine. I didn't even see these guys drop items. But yes, ringing the bell opens up that door. That's the boss fight through there, but I'm quickly just going to grab some items from down here that I ran past through this hole in the floor. This is probably the most worthless ring in the game. I think the blue tier stone ring is one of the most worthless rings in any game ever. It is a ring that boosts your defenses when you're at low health. Meaning when you're in a position where you're probably going to die in one hit, you are still going to die in one hit. I don't know. I think it's completely pointless. Either way, I might actually do myself the courtesy of buffing for this fight, just to do a little bit more damage. I forget what these guys are weak to. I'm going to roll with they're weak to magic. I know I'm weak to magic, so why not them? Ugh. You know what? Killing them in 4 hits, pretty good. But there are going to be a few of these gargoyles that show up. It's a bit like the fight in Dark Souls 1, except instead of 2, there's like 6, 7, I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Here comes another one now. They're all quite a bit more pathetic than the ones in Dark Souls 1, though. Not as varied. Oh. But yeah, I tend to find this fight, if you don't have a weapon that can take care of these things quickly, you get overwhelmed and just get completely clobbered. You gotta remember that I'm pretty sure I have a +6 or +7 weapon right now, which, if you're playing this game for the first time, you just won't have that at this point. There we go. So that was fine. We dealt with them just fine. Grab ourselves the Belfry Gargoyle soul. And the soul of some dude that died over there. Pretty good. Southern Ritual Band. That increases magic, like spell uses, I think? Oh no, Northern Ritual Band increases spell uses but reduces HP, and the Southern Ritual Band allows attunement of additional spells. Okay. Cool. Jumping required ahead, and then chest ahead. So true. Yeah, when you see one of these messages and it's surrounded by bloodstains, you know, if you fall for it at that point, it's on you. There's another little part of the level down here, but then that's going to be pretty much it for the Lost Bastille and its surrounding areas. Hopefully we can kill all of these dogs without them being too much trouble, as they so often can be. Oh. That's what I mean by sometimes I just attack around things. Vorgel the Sinner should probably not pose too much of a threat. Vorgel has sinned his last sin, I think. So we just picked up quite the weapon. The Dragon Tooth, which is huge. This is one of the heaviest weapons in the game. It might even be the heaviest. Oh no, I think the giant hammer is heavier, but this is a prime choice for some of those Unga Bunga strength builds, which I gotta say are probably the most fun I have playing these games, is just putting on a big weapon and hitting shit really hard. But that's it for the Lost Bastille. So I think from here we can move on to, I think we can go back to the Shaded Woods area after leveling up. There's another boss fight that I can get to pretty quickly as well. Alright, so what do we want to level up now? That's right, we want 20 adaptability, and I have 1 level spare, pretty cool. Dex... Which of these is going to be better for actually increasing my damage in the long run? It's going to be strength. Okay. So we're going to go 20 adaptability and 1 extra strength. Alright, I've decided instead of going straight back to the Shaded Woods, I'm actually going to go back to Things Betwixt for a moment, which is the starting area of the game. I'm going to go back to the little bird merchant and drop off some shiny objects. See what they give me in return. We'll be coming back here a number of times throughout the game, I think, to accomplish various things. Like fighting that dude over there. When I've got enough fragrant branches of yore that I feel comfortable sparing.
You, give us smooth.
Yes, you, give us silky. Very cool. So let's drop off all of our smooth, silky stones for our avian friends. As well as this petrified something.
Yeah. So nice, so smooth. Yeah.
Silky smooth. What a bunch of little freaks. Alright, human effigy. Amber herb. Hey, stop talking. Titanite slab, whatever. Raw stone, whatever. Crappy soul item. Magic stone. Old whip. I think I already have one of those. That sucked. That was bad. That was rough town population me. I'm gonna go teleport somewhere better. Be right back. Alright, so last time we were here, I sort of just ran around and avoided a bunch of shit because I just wanted to pick up the Titanite chunk. But this time, I think I'll go through a bit more of the level. Did I run past it all, or did I do most of it? I mean, a lot of this I'm going to have to come back to just as a matter of, you know, conserving resources. Just because I know that, you know, for example, there's this chest here that I haven't picked up, but I would need to use one of my fragrant branches of yore to unstone this guy here, which I just don't have enough of them to really justify that at this point, so I'm not going to do that. I can't remember if I went down here or not, so I'm going to go check, and if I have, then I'm going to edit this out. Oh no, I can hear the crystal lizard, so I think I have not. Oh, I'm not going to be able to kill you with this weapon unless I jump attack. Got him. Very nice. Part of me feels bad about killing crystal lizards because they're just so cute. The other part of me really needs Titanite chunks, so, you know. Oh, shit, you're alive? I thought you were one of the online shades. My bad. Apologies, sir, I was not familiar with your game. Okay, this guy doesn't really talk unless you have, I think it's called the Ring of Whispers equipped, and then he has a conversation with you. So we might do that later. And this requires a branch. So yeah, let's run back to where we were before, and I think just move on to the boss fight. Although there is maybe one more matter of interest before I get there. Just because I think, if I recall correctly, I did progress the storyline of a particular NPC that also shows up in this area. So I might just run and see if he's hanging out. Try not to get cursed on the way there. Yeah, there was an item up here that I got last time I was around, but now there should be... Oh, did I not oh, crap. Oh, guys, oh, man. Shit. Oh, well. We'll do it later. It's no stress. I don't think there's any particular time limit on that NPC's quest line, so I'm not going to run back and do it now. We're just going to go fight the boss from Boston. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about this episode. But there she is, that's the boss. She's just chilling in the ground and firing off high-level magic. This is another one of those bosses that a lot of people will criticize for being overly similar to a fight in Dark Souls 1. She does look quite a bit like Quelaag, you know, the half woman, half bug design. But other than that, the fight is pretty different. I think it's really just intended as being more of a visual and thematic callback. Because I believe lore-wise, this boss is also related very much to Seath the Scaleless. You know, cut this part out. I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about with the lore. I don't think Quelaag was related to Seath the Scaleless. I think Quelaag was related to the Witch of Izalith. Ah, God, I don't know anything. Oh yeah, when the boss goes underground, get on top of this little piece of architecture. Because she's now just going to completely whiff her attack. She cannot physically hit you if you're standing on that. That being said, I'd like her to go underground again so she can get this item, because the only way to get that item is to have the boss destroy the little tree thing that's hanging on, so... Actually, forgot about that. I don't know if this is going to be worth waiting for, but I think it's pretty clear I can kill the boss whenever. So we may as well fuck around and find out, huh? Just hope that she eventually does the attack again, instead of just firing magic at me. That is theoretically how I lose this fight, I think, is she just hangs around and fires magic at me. Go underground, come on, man. It's not that hard, it's easy. Yay, there we go. So I'm going to come and stand near here and get this totally amazing, unique item that you can only get if you get the boss to break down this tree. It's super special, guys, I promise. Nothing else like it in the whole game. There we go. I'm going to wait to pick up the boss soul just so I can really dedicate the time I need to talk about this item, because it's pretty nuts. Flame Butterfly. If I use the Flame Butterfly, it lets me light the torch. I had 5 of them. Don't ask me why, that's the item they decided to put up there, but that is the item they decided to put up there. Ah yeah, down this corridor looks like everyone's going, illusory wall ahead. There are none. I promise you there are none, I've checked. They really do lead you on. Like, look at these. These all look like they could be illusory walls. God damn it. I really did check everyone. And here we are in the Doors of Faris. That should be a familiar name. I've probably mentioned it a few times this episode already with the Faris Lockstones, but that is the very same Faris. And this area is littered with Faris contraptions. Some of which are hiding treasure, some of which are concealing traps. This is another Covenant area, but this one I do remember. I didn't get to play much of it when I was really first getting into this game. This is one that I have interacted with a little bit since coming back to it. But this is just another one of... it's the best way to explain it. The members of the Covenant just defend this area, and they use various traps and tricks and poison and all kinds of trickery and bullshit to kill you. But that's all part of the optional area for the story. I'm just going to run through the necessary parts of this level for now. That's a very cool backstab animation. Oh, and he dropped something. Every time I kill one of these guys, I'm always really hoping to pick up their armor. So picking up his helm just there, pretty cool. Look at that. Ain't that fun? I'm keeping that on. In fact, I reckon we could put together some... Yeah, you know, the gold highlights, the Viking horns. I mean, that just goes with the armor set regardless. But I think it works best. And I think I like the leggings I have on. Yeah, alright. Getting that fashion going. I like it. Kind of got blacksmith vibes. I think I said that about this particular armor set, or at least the chest piece. I think I said that when I picked it up, but who knows. My favorite NPC in the game, Gavlan, the dude who wheels, deals, and drinks, will appear here later. I'm not going to go all the way through this area, but I am going to get to the crucial bonfire so I can come back quickly later. Dodge this guy's axes by moving slightly to the left or right. It's your choice. You do whatever feels best. Ooh, Titanite chunk. That is not guaranteed, but very helpful. Oh, yep. So I figured I need to jump attack these if I want any chance of hitting it with this piercing weapon. Don't know why I didn't go for the backstab there, but that's fine. Ooh. Oh. I thought I had the prompt to pick up an item. It was actually just light torch. I don't care about light torch. No, I don't care about light torch. Oh, wow. Boots and a helmet. Probably not going to equip those for now because they are extremely heavy. Some of the heaviest armor you can find. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the bonfire here. And then I think I'm going to go back to Majula momentarily. Not just to level up, but I think the next area I want to go and fully explore is another path branching off Majula. I think I want to do that before progressing with this area too much further. Kind of just thought about that when I realized that Gavlan, the wheeling and dealing and drinking NPC, had not shown up in that area yet. I want to go back around and do things in the the proper order, you know? Getting a little ahead of myself. I think let's jump up to 25 strength, get a bit more damage, and health. Why not? I know every level gives us a bit of health, but sometimes I want a lot of health. And there's nothing wrong with that. Although I think I have now just maybe slightly screwed myself. We're about to see why. So this NPC is the priestess that we found
Oh, hello there. An honor to
back
see
at Hyde's Tower of Flame.
you. This and this shall I
She's actually a charlatan. She just wants your money, and you're gonna have to pay her if you want to get through this path over here.
done so soon?
I think it's 2,000 bucks,
That
which I don't really have. Move path. Yeah, I need 2,000 souls. Insufficient.
no need. The gods frown upon such soul scrimpers.
Yeah, so if you don't buy anything from her and just leave, she insults you for being poor. So, you know. Alright. Back in Majula, I now have enough money to open the pathway to the next area. I can pay off the priestess that's posted by the door. Is that another tongue twister? Pay off the priestess posted by the... No, that's way too easy. Hello.
Just that's why.
Yeah, so you got to pay her 2,000 bucks, and then you get down on your knees, and once she knows that your head is bowed and you're not looking, she performs her miracle, quote unquote, which is to use the key that unlocks the door. Pretty good.
Go ahead.
Pretty powerful stuff.
May the power offer your soul.
So I am going to get probably just to the end of this path, and then I think I'll call it an episode. I did just check a moment ago, and I've been recording for about an hour and a quarter. That's about how long I think I want these episodes to keep being. I think that's a nice length. It's sort of the ideal length of episodes of things that I like to watch, so I suppose that's what I'm going to be making. This is another NPC here that doesn't want to talk to us.
I don't know who you are, but leave me be. The frailty of the weak disrupts the dark.
And I believe you need 10 intelligence and 10 faith in order to turn him into a merchant for hexes. But yes, with this bonfire, I think I'm probably just going to call it an episode. Again, if you've managed to stick around through this entire thing, and if you're coming back from one of the previous episodes in this series, or from the other game that I'm playing, 9 Souls, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back. I really, really appreciate it. I know I don't have too many subs so far, but, you know, bit by bit, I'm gonna keep on trucking. I'm really trying to get better with pretty much every aspect of this. Every video I make, I'm trying to be more involved with my commentary. I'm trying to get better with my editing, or at least, you know, take risks and try different things with my editing. So if you have anything to comment on, if you have any feedback whatsoever, positive, negative, you know, even if it's not that constructive, please, I'm happy to hear about it. But yeah, thank you again for watching. This episode was a bit of a boss rush, which is pretty cool, but I think the next episode is going to be, you know, a little bit more exploratory. I think there's going to be more questing through the areas themselves, so look forward to that. But yeah, we'll be doing that in the next one, and until then, I hope you're having a quiet night.